So this is all right. First question I have is this: doesn't the government actually own the rights to Captain America anyway?
No. Um,
All right, break it down for me.
so I had to remember this because like some of these books are from my dad. Like I wasn't collecting heavy at this time because I was like real young. But you're talking about in '72, um, he goes before Congress, and essentially they're like, "Yo, we want you to turn in the shield, this, that, and the third, whatever." And he's like, "You know what? F y'all, I'm not messing with y'all anymore. You're doing all this shady stuff." Then there's issue. It's in '87. It's issue 332 where he becomes where he's on the brink of becoming the captain. So they call him U.S.
Mhm.
agent now, but that's the start of it. When again he's questioning the government and he's not liking the things that he's seeing, witnessing, hearing about, et cetera, even
Yeah.
partaking in. Episode issue 350 is the Captain versus Captain America, John Walker. Um, so you got those issues automatically where there's a contest of does the United States really hold this, and it's in dispute. Like they can't trademark it, they can't do anything. Second point I want to make is Captain America he designated the Falcon as his replacement. He designated Bucky Barnes as his replacement. All the other dudes who were replacing him before, whether it be the Patriot or whatever have you, and they ended up dying off, he didn't co-sign them, he didn't do anything. So it's not lost upon me that those guys didn't work out, but the other two did, and he gave them the shield. So that's
Okay.
that's another thing.
Okay. So that's good. So that's very helpful for the people that don't know
Yeah.
the comic book history around it. Because what made me ask the question was like, I'm looking at like I looked at it like from the Captain America movies,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Steve Rogers is a soldier.
Hmm.
He's experimented on in an army facility.
Yeah.
He operates as as an agent of the United States,
Hmm.
right? Then he stops, like you said, like when you ran through the whole history of it, and then America was like, cool, John Walker's the Captain America now, right?
Hmm.
Why couldn't I thought like why couldn't they just keep making new Captain America?
Yeah.
It's like, hey, you know what? You go be Captain America. But okay, I got you.
But they tried that. So whether it be Nomad or whoever have you, Battlestar, all these other guys who were working as agents of the United States, they never worked out. And I think the fact too that whether it be the Shield, which was made by Howard Stark and given to Captain America as his. So
Hmm.
Howard Stark was a private individual.
Okay.
He wasn't a formal U.S. agent, whatever have you. He may have had access, but he was not an enlisted person. Which leads to my
Okay.
second point. Steve Rogers was an enlisted man, and then he even tells Sharon Carter's aunt, what you call it, oh man, what's her name, Agent Carter,
Yeah.
Peggy Carter, that hey,
Oh, Peggy Carter. Yeah, yeah.
I only re-enlisted and went with Shield because of you, and it was a part of a way for me to remember you. So he re-enlisted again. So once his term of 4 years or whatever have you, the duration is, he's free to go about his business. They can't take
Take you
the
back.
serum out of him, and they took blood from him in the first one so they could replicate the serum. And that was the whole issue with whether it be the Hulk or Isaiah Bradley. So they had the trade secrets. They could have went about their business. The only way that they could discontinue him is to end his life, and that's illegal. So yeah, I don't see it any other way.
Got it. All right, cool. Thank you for the answer for that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next question. This one's a little bit more like just right in the movie.
Yeah,
Who's the president now? Because Ross is in jail.
yeah,
Like, who's the vice president? Like they never the movie never. I mean, I know
never.
this is like you can speculate on whoever it is now, but who's the president now in the MCU
You want to know
post
what's
this movie?
crazy? I'm thinking that it's War Machine. I'm thinking that that
Mm,
it is what you call it, Rhodey. And the reason
Rhodes,
why I say
yeah.
that is that who else would he pick to co-sign him that would keep him in line, and they can disagree, and he could fade into the background and have this extensive knowledge and interactions and history and camaraderie with individuals. Like he's a known commodity, and he can
Interesting.
speak to the fact of like, hey, I know what it means for us to be behind enemy lines